All right, so we're gonna go and you know what? I never been here to Cape Town, South Africa. This is way down at the bottom, South African continent. I never flown here on Flight Simulator, and I was like, you know what? It would be kind of interesting to go from here to. There's another place called Elizabeth Town. So from here to Elizabeth Town, just to see how it looks like. It must be beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna head out there and fly. We'll be using just a regular Cessna Cirrus aircraft. It's all we need, pretty much right now. Let me first adjust the headlights. Move the map over here. There we go. Brighten up the light. Get the panel brighter. And I think we're ready to rock and roll, man. I believe we are ready to rock and roll. I'm like super confident we're ready to rock and roll. Check out the Cape Town. We're going to go along the coastline. We're going to fly around the coastline. And then we're going to make our way to Elizabeth Town. It'll be a short live stream. It'll be like maybe a couple of hours. Roughly maybe 2.5 hours. Something like that. I wasn't sure what to do today. I do have a video on the Avatar, which will be released tomorrow. The only thing is, I'm kind of working my way around the Avatar Dolby Vision video, because with the YouTube and James Cameron and Disney, Lightstorm Entertainment and Disney, they don't want you to show even a glimpse of Avatar. So I'm working on that video to, put everything together to show you how you can utilize Dolby Vision processing through Amazon Fire Cube. Amazon Fire Cube, it's an excellent streaming service. I would actually say it's better than Apple TV Plus. It has everything and then some. And I will talk about the Amazon Fire Cube a little bit more. But the fact that you can use Dolby Vision processing on pretty much any application. And I will show you how beautiful Avatar looks with a Dolby Vision processing. You're going to be blown away. Not only are you utilizing a pretty good upscaling capabilities that the Amazon Fire Cube has, but also the Dolby Vision processing on top of that. So I will talk about that tomorrow. I'm still working on this video. I was going to release it today, but then I decided to do some music mixing for you guys. I did like a 1 hour session. You guys can go check it out. And then I want to do this for like 3 hours, 2.5 hours from Cape Town International all the way to Elizabeth Town along the coastline. So without any further ado, let's go ahead because time is ticking. I only got 2.5 hours to do this till 9 o'clock. And after 9 o'clock, I got to get out of here. So let's do this. All right, everything seems to be good. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me see if I can hear myself. All right, everything seems to be... All right, good. I like this airplane, honestly. I would use this airplane all the time for sightseeing. I think when you get your flight simulator on the Xbox, I think this airplane right here, Cirrus aircraft, should be your first choice to start with, honestly. I wouldn't look no further than this. It's a perfect airplane. So we're in Africa, and I'm gonna try to do this along the coastline, to fly around the coastline, and just to see how it looks. Or we can do it this way. That's fine. We can look at terrain of the. Oh, there's the coastline right over there.
Cape Town Tower MRFO URKA Y1979er heavy continue for east departure.
By the way, this is not in real time because currently in Africa at Cape Town, it's dark. It's at night. So I use my own custom weather. Just in case you guys are wondering. I'm gonna go out to the coastline because I want to go and follow the path along the coastline. That should be interesting.
Cape Town Tower MRFO URKA Y1979er heavy frequency change. Cape Town approach MRFO URKA Y1979er heavy is type 0 ZR 22.5 miles southeast of Cape Town 1,000 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Like I said, this airplane's perfect. You see that number 15? I put that number custom. That's my number 15. So you guys know. Alright, this looks beautiful. This is way down at the bottom of African continent. It's way down at the bottom. Wow, it looks beautiful, man. Wow, look at that ocean, man. Looks truly something. Cape Town is beautiful, man. Look at this. That is beautiful, man. Look at these houses over here, man. Right next to the ocean. It's perfect. VR. You know, one of the benefits of PC is that you can use the virtual reality. And the VR truly helps. Especially if you have the HP Reverb G2. My goodness. I don't think you'll ever go back to anything else once you try VR. Once you put on the VR headset, you'll never bother. It's so therapeutic, man. Let me tell you something, guys. Some of you don't have this game. I get that. I understand that. You haven't played it, so you have no idea on what it's like. But if you ever get a chance to try this in VR, oh my goodness. And yes, you're gonna need a powerful PC. You're definitely gonna need a powerful PC for this. There's no question about that. And I think yesterday I mentioned it. I'm so glad that I was able to build my 3 PCs way back in 2017 and 2018, before this whole pandemic and scalper outbreak. They're like zombies, this scalper outbreak, man. They're buying everything and reselling everything at the higher price. Right now, to build a PC, it's just you have to be filthy rich. I'm not gonna lie, like you have to be filthy rich. If you're not filthy rich, man, forget it. But Cape Town, man, Southern Africa, southern part of the African continent, this is just beautiful. Simply beautiful, man. And we're gonna go to Elizabethtown. This is simply beautiful. Maybe I can slow down a little bit so we can get a better look at it. I mean, wow. Look at this. This is amazing. This is better than Hawaii, man. Honestly. Dude, if I was a film director, I definitely would film next Jurassic Park movie or something. I would definitely film something here. This is beautiful, bro. Look at this location. And yes, of course, this place, it's filled with the great white sharks. Great white sharks. This game is something else. We were flying from Cape Town, southern African continent, all the way to Elizabethtown. And let me tell you, Rachel, this is just simply stunning. It's a paradise. Look at this. Unbelievable. Beauty on this planet. It's a shame not everybody can enjoy it, right? But there's so much beauty on this planet, man. It's just... You're like in awe how beautiful this planet is. I would honestly, if I didn't know, let me tell you, Rachel, if someone didn't tell me, if I had no idea about PC or graphics or any of that stuff, I would be just it's breathtaking. I can't even think how beautiful this is gonna look in Dolby Vision. Dolby Vision. Oh my goodness. Hey, Rachel, I got some bad news for that triple fan Radeon 5700 XT. It's ridiculous. I went to Newegg. I went to other places. You know how much they're charging for that card? Give it a guess how much they're charging for a card that doesn't deserve that kind of money. It's maybe $450 at best. That's what it deserves. But 5700 XT, triple fan cooling on a Newegg, $2,000, 2,000 US dollars. These scalpers really have, they're like a poison. They're like a poison to the consumers. I can't believe that the governments, and I can't believe that the governments in general don't do something about this. They should turn this into illegal activity. They should turn this into a law. You can't do this. There has to be some kind of law to stop this nonsense, man. This is you can't live like this. People, we cannot live like this. You need to write a letter to your congressman. You need to turn this into a law. Individuals who do this, they will not be able to do it. It's going to be illegal. They're not going to go to jail, but it's going to be illegal for them to resell for a higher price, for like $2,000. It's ridiculous, man. It is just unbelievably fucking ridiculous. Sorry for the language. Fucking believable. Yeah. Let me turn the volume down. Scalpers, these assholes that buy products from the market and they're selling it for a ridiculous amount of money. That card I was telling you about, the 5700 XT, Rachel, it's $2,000. And that card doesn't deserve $2,000. It's $450 at best. At best, $450. It's sickening to see what's going on the market. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what people need to go out in the streets and start. There's your cause to protest. You want to protest? Well, this is how you protest. Tell the governments to make it illegal for these fucking assholes, these scumbags, to do this. And guess what? They're not going to do it. If it's illegal, if they can't do it, you guys got to do something. You have to write a letter to your congressman. You can't live like this. You can't fucking live like this. You can't. It's getting so fucking ridiculous to the point where something has to give. Something has to happen. Because you cannot live like this. It's getting fucking insane. What these scalpers have become. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, $2,000. Why is this allowed? Why is it that the state officials, the federal government, why don't they jump in and why don't they turn this into a law where it's illegal for you to resell? You can buy as much as you want, but you can't resell it in United States. And if they can't resell it on the biggest market in North America, which is United States, they're not going to buy these products place to SAG allows it. Why? Because there's no law. Amazon allows it. Why? Because there's no law. There's no law to stop these assholes. And if there's no law, these scumbags, these lowlifes, these fucking bottom feeders will continue to do so. I mean, which part of this is so fucking hard for people to understand? If you allow the scumbags to be scumbags and there's no law to stop them, they're going to continue to multiply and be a scumbag. Why it's so fucking difficult for these assholes to put some kind of a law into place? This is hurting consumers. This is hurting our economy, man. People can't fucking afford $2,000 for something that cost $400. It's getting so out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Let me be the first one to fucking say this. It's getting out of hand. This is not going to end up good. If this continues, it's not going to end up good. Desperate times will have desperate measures. People are going to get tired of these scalpers. They're going to start robbing these scalpers. There's going to be the shootouts and all kinds of fucking crazy things. People, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is our government doing. They need to put a stop to this shit. They need to put a stop to this shit. It's hurting our economy. It's hurting consumers. Consumers' rights are out the window, Rachel. Consumers' rights don't exist anymore. There's no consumers' rights. What you have, it's whoever strokes their dick the biggest wins. It's a fucking wild, wild west. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know. So yeah, that's my rant on scalpers. I really have no sympathy for these scumbags. I have no sympathy. I can respect the hustle. You want to make some money. But you fucking the same people who are struggling. You want to hustle? Why don't you hustle a billionaire? Why don't you hustle Jeff fucking Bezos? Why don't you hustle Elon Musk? Why don't you rip them off? Why the fuck are you ripping off the middle class? The people who need it, who are fucking struggling. Why are you fucking us over? If you want to fuck somebody over, fuck a fucking billionaire. Jeff Bezos. Why don't you fuck these sheiks in Saudi fucking Arabia? Why don't you fuck these assholes who have more money than God? Why don't you rip them off? Why are you ripping off the fucking middle class? You fucking scumbags. You pieces of shit lowlifes. Bottom fucking feeders. Tired of you. I'm fucking tired of you. Tired. The fuck out of my face. Tired of these motherfuckers, Rachel. Tired. For a console that's $300. Come on. I don't want to live in that kind of world. I do not want to live in that kind of world. You can't live in that kind of world. That should not be acceptable. It should not be acceptable. Something has to give. But this is not going to end up good. All of this shit that's happening is going to blow into somebody's fucking face because of this kind of bullshit. No one's doing anything about it. No one's putting any fucking laws into place. And shit's going to hit the fan. You can't have this kind of fucking chaos in a market. There has to be the laws put into place to protect consumers. It's fucking unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Alright, Rachel, sorry about that. Yeah, it just kind of pissed me off today. I was going through Newegg. I was going through all these different websites. Amazon, Prime, save the money. How are you going to save the money, Amazon Prime? Prime Day. Why don't you go there and help the scalpers? Scalpers, whatever the fuck their names are anymore. I call them scumbags. I'm not going to call them scalpers. I'm going to call them scumbag lowlife, bottom feeders. How about that? Lowlife, scumbag, bottom feeders. Using scripted bots to buy out everything with the money that you probably stole, that you stole from somebody, and now you're buying with the same money you fucking stole, you're buying it. And you're charging and ripping off middle class. You fucking scumbags. You pieces of shit. $6,000 for a 3060 GPU. $8,000 for a 3070? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's crazy. No one should have to put up with this shit. Nobody. And if you put up with this shit, well then fuck you too. Fuck you too if you put up with this shit. You shouldn't. What you should do, you should write the letter to your congressman. All of you should write the letter to your congressman. You have a local congressman that represents your district, that represents your state. Write a letter to your congressman. Tell him this is bullshit. This needs to stop. There has to be a law put into place to stop these scumbags from doing this. Welcome back, Rachel. So anyway, sorry about that rant, but it just boils my blood, Rachel. It just pisses me off that this is the new normal. That this has become a new normal. I don't know what to say. Yeah. I mean, $2,000. I might as well buy a new. You might as well buy an OLED TV. You might as well buy an OLED TV, like a 65-inch OLED TV. You might as well put that $2,000 as a down payment for Nissan dollars for a GPU that doesn't even. It's not even the value. It's not even worth that much, Rachel. The value of that GPU, it's not even worth that much. It's crazy. So I don't know what to tell you, Rachel. I mean, it's going to be really difficult. Because I feel bad for you, because now you're stuck with... I mean, you got a great PC. You got a great build. But that GPU is just gonna be so difficult. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, with the 4 gigabytes of RAM, $1,200. It's ridiculous. You know. So in case you guys are wondering, we're in Cape Town, Southern Africa, Cape Town, and we're just kind of flying along to Elizabethtown. It's a beautiful place. Have you thought about maybe getting a 1080, Rachel? You know, NVIDIA 1080. You should maybe try GTX 1080 if you can find it like really cheap for like $300 or $250. It's NVIDIA GeForce 1080. It would be a little bit of a better step up than what you have currently with the HD GPU. But I don't know if they sell it. I haven't seen one. They probably have it on eBay, but I'm sure even on eBay it's going to be like $600 to $700, and I don't want you to spend $700 on a 1080. 1080, it's not worth that much. See, that's the thing, Rachel. They know that people are looking for graphics cards, and then these pieces of shit, scumbags, these pukes, they're taking advantage of it by selling it for a high price. Thank you, Berke. Greetings from Turkey. Cheers, man. How they say it? Merhaba. Right? Merhaba. I think that's like the custom in the Muslim countries to say hello. It's merhaba. Yeah, merhaba. Yeah. I remember a little bit, when I was in Bosnia. I remember it. Like when you want to say hello to somebody, you can say Salamu alaikum, alaikum salam. So it's something like that. But you guys have to remember, I never practice it. Even though my father was Muslim, and my mom was a Catholic. So there's like the mixed marriages, and there's a lot of these mixed marriages in Balkans regions, especially in Sarajevo, in Bosnia, and Croatia, and Slovenia, even in Serbia now. There's like mixed marriages with many different ethnic backgrounds and religious backgrounds. But I never practice it, because I don't know, man. I just don't know what to think when it comes to that stuff anymore. I don't know. None of this makes any sense to me. I don't want to get into religion. I don't want to get into that touchy subject. But none of this stuff makes any sense to me. It's all very bizarre. Yeah, 750. And I don't mean to, offend anybody. I respect everyone's beliefs. You have a right to believe in what you want to believe. That is your right to believe in what you want to believe. But me personally, all of this is very strange. It doesn't make any sense. For me personally, it doesn't make any sense. So much about us and this whole thing on this planet. It doesn't make any sense. So much about us as humans doesn't make any sense. There's so much 43, and I can't, for the life of me, I don't know what to tell my nieces. I don't know what to tell my nephews. When they grow older, when they become an adults, I'll just tell them, don't expect any of this to make any sense to you. None of this will make any sense to you. People are going to say fate, but what is fate? You're blindly believing into something that you don't even know what it is. Or does it even exist? But you feel it. But why? What is that? I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm feeling something. What is that? Could that be a trick? Could that be manipulated? I don't know. All I know is me. I've been around the world. I've been through wars. I've been through everything. I've been through all kinds of things in my life around this planet. And nothing ever made any. Zero. Zilts. Nada. Niet. Makes no damn sense to me. And if you can explain to me how it makes sense to you, then go ahead. I don't know, Rachel. Like I said, I don't want to, press my foot on somebody else's foot. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, I know people are very sensitive about religion to me. But I'm speaking from my perspective. People, just remember this. When you're watching me on YouTube, this is my perspective. And my perspective It's not going to jive with your perspective. Okay? Don't expect my opinions to jive with your opinions. And don't try to figure me out, because even I have yet to figure me out. And what the fuck is this all about? Even I have yet to figure me out. Maybe there's nothing there to figure out. You're born, you're experiencing this, and you're going through different phases till you don't experience it anymore. Are you going to get reincarnated? I don't know. Are you going to get I don't know. Or is this it? Turn the switch, turn the lights off, and everything you have ever experienced in your life, you will never remember. As if you never lived. Think about that. How scary is that? How scary is that? Now, if you want to go deep to it, how scary is that? All the memories, everything you've been through, since your birth, your childhood, your parents, your friends, your first love, everything. One day, it's all gone. And you have no recollection, as if you never existed. That could be scary too, but I don't know. See, I never died. I haven't died yet, so I don't know. Fucking planet can tell me what the fuck happens and what is this all about. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Yeah, I know. That's just me. That's just real me. I have those moments. Usually when I drink my Joe Rogan Alpha Brain coffee, I still have it on it. Alpha Brain. That shit is really good. Let me tell you, Alpha Brain on it. It cost me arm and leg to order it, but I still have a little bit of it left, and I use it. I try to conserve it, like just a pinch of spoon, and it's really good. It really kicks in your dopamines and your DMT. Your brain starts working, and you just start going places. It's like your mind starts shuffling, like a moving picture of all kinds of visions, and you just see all of it. It's I know why he's using it. I know why Joe Rogan's using it. But with me, this thing like really unlocks me. When I drink this, it unlocks me, man. It's just like I'm like a different person. It's just like hold on, Rachel. Let me put that there. What graphics cards am I using for your PC? I'm using a 2060 Super. 2060 Super. It's an excellent. Look, I'm really Rachel. I'm really happy with 2060 Super and what I have achieved with 2060 Super NVIDIA. But you guys have to remember, I built this PC in 2018, before the pandemic, before these scalpers and all this other crap. I built this PC when it was feasible to build it, when it was affordable to build it. And it's pretty, that's why I was so angry in the beginning, because poor Rachel here can't find a decent GPU because of these scalpers. So, and she has a great PC. She just needs a good GPU. GPUs are just, they don't care. These assholes don't care. They just want to rob you. That's what they do. They rob you. That's how they were raised, to rob you. They don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. And that's why I call them lowlifes. That's why I call them bottom feeders, scumbags. I call people what they are. I call them what they are. I staple them with that label for what they are. That's how I look at things. I don't try to pretend to look the other way, unfortunately. And it drives me crazy. It really does. That there is no law put into place to prohibit these scumbags to resell these products. I don't care if they buy the stock, if they buy all the cards, if they buy all the products, but they shouldn't be allowed to resell it. This is the issue. I don't care about these scumbags wasting money. I want them to waste money. Fuck them. Let them lose money. But the problem is they will not waste money buying these products if they know they cannot sell it in North American market, which is the biggest market, North American market. But there's no law put into place. Jeff Bezos doesn't give a fuck. The other guy from Newegg doesn't care. No one cares. There is no law put into place. So who actually cares about the middle class? Nobody cares about the middle class. There is not one politician. There is not one state attorney or attorney general or anybody that gives a shit. They don't. Because if they did give a shit, they would put some kind of a law into place to prohibit these assholes, these scumbags, from reselling triple amount, ridiculous amount of money. $2,000 for a $400 graphics card? Are you kidding me, man? What's next? $10,000 for 3090 Ti? $20,000 for 3090 Ti. Nvidia. Who the fuck's gonna spend $20,000? I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm on it today. Oh, I'm on tonight. Pfft. Ooh, I'm on fire right now. That's it. I'm burning. Oh. I'm not gonna. No, hell no. Listen, I don't know. Maybe I should just go ahead and give you my 5700 that I have, the stock edition. You just can give me your address and I'll just ship it to you, and you can have it. Maybe that's what I should do. Oh, I love that Ethan Hawke movie. Predestination was great, and how the future and the past, sometimes, you can't really fix the past. If something that's going to happen is going to happen, no matter what. But what you can do is, in that movie, you could try to I think the movie really was more about should we mess with the time, or should we just leave it alone? Because there's always a different outcome. Let's say you stop something from happening, right? And that's what I like about that movie. The movie was brilliant. It was directed by the brothers, Spielberg brothers. They also worked on that vampire movie. I forgot the name of it. Ethan Hawke was in it as well. It was a really good vampire movie. Ethan Hawke was in it. I forgot the name of it. The Outsiders or something like that. But this movie was released in 2014, I believe. And was really good, guys. You need to watch this. Predestination. And that other girl that was in that movie, that actress, she did a fantastic job. The way she changes her appearances and looks as she travels through time, man, she was top notch. She was top notch. That actress, I wish that I remember her name. Very underrated movie. That's the thing. Because of these superhero movies, nobody gets to see this type of a movie. Because they all want to see, the Black Widow and whatever the next superhero movie that's coming out, right? That's the problem with the movies today. Because of these superhero movies, nobody gets to see a great movie anymore. because they want to see, Black Widow or Loki or Thanos or whatever. I'm so sick and tired of superhero movies. When I see a superhero movie, when I see a Marvel logo, I want to throw up. No, really. When I see a seriously, I'm so sick of it. I'm also sick of DC and all that, DC Comics and God. It is so. I feel like a child. I feel stupid watching those movies. No, really, it hurts my brain. Like, why am I watching this? Like, why am I watching this? This is stupid. You can't fly in the air. You can't do this. I mean, come on. What is this crap? Pinching the bullets like that. It's so annoying. It's so. It's really. It's just. Ugh. That's why we don't have good movies anymore, Rachel. That's why the good movies don't exist, because Hollywood only cares about making money. Okay, let's make money. Let's make another Captain America. Let's make another whatever superhero movie, and that's it. That's what it's all about. And this generation, whatever Z, of sheeps and simps, about it. It's a comic book, man. Don't you read the comic books, bro? Well, that's okay. Listen, if your mom loves superhero movies, listen, I'm not judging people who watch and enjoy superhero movies. But if that's all you watch is superhero movies, then you can call yourself a movie buff. I like variety. I watch foreign movies. I watch all kinds of movies. I like variety. I do variety. I'm all about variety. I like variety. Everything I do in my life is variety. From reading books to creating music, doing this, DJing, whatever. I like variety in life, it's not just about one thing only. That's boring. That's a boring life if that's all you do is just the one thing. Dude, why do you even live at all, man? You're not living a life if you're just about one thing. You're just about that one thing, that's it. And this is your life, right? This is it. I'm about this. 360. The widescreen, everything. All of the above. I'm curious. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, bro? I'm curious about everything, dude. I watch documentaries. I have shitload of documentaries I watch. I even have a subscription to Curiosity application. It's this application that has tons of documentaries, special interest, and I want to learn. I want to know. Like, how did these rogue waves happen? What's the origin of the rogue wave? How does that become? What's triggering a rogue wave? Let's learn about this. Let's learn about that. Let's learn about a little bit of everything. Let's learn about Nikola Tesla and his life, who he really was. And how he was able to convince, Thomas Edison to, abolish direct current and use alternative current. I want to learn, man. I want to learn about variety. About everything. It's not just the televisions. People think I take a shower with a television, I got a 47-inch OLED and I'm I'm rubbing my fucking self, with a 47-inch fucking television, I do more than just the television. I do more than just what you think in your head that I do. I'm about variety, man. Variety. I want to know. I'm curious. I'm curious about everything. Even if I don't find any answers, I want to know. Well, how does this work? How does this propeller work? Why do you need two wings? What's up with that? And why do you need a propeller? What's the whole deal with the propeller? How does the avionics works? The principle of avionics, and how does it work? What's the blueprint? What was the first airplane that was created, and how did it work? You want to learn about all of that. Yeah, Predestination. I've seen it yesterday, by the way. I found it. I went to the Shutter. I have a Shutter, and I saw it on Shutter subscription. It's mainly for the horror movies, but that movie was there somehow, right next to Nicolas Cage movie. By the way, there's a movie I want you guys to see. Rachel, you got to see this movie. It's called Pig. I think that movie's about me. Nicolas Cage is in it. Watch the trailer. That movie, it's exactly the way I'm gonna end up. I'm telling you, that movie, it's like whoever made that movie, Nicolas Cage is playing me. And I mean, I'm not a pig, but the movie's called The Pig because he buys a pig. And Pig, yeah. The movie called The Pig. Go check out the trailer. I love Nicolas Cage. Let me tell you, man. He's so underrated, man. Such a fucking great actor, Nicolas Cage. He barely gets the recognition that he should get. Yeah, Pig. Yeah, you should check out the trailer. Let me know what you think. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. Nicolas Cage is just brilliant. He's just a brilliant guy. And talented, too. Intelligent, talented. I think he's a great actor. Can I find a trailer? Maybe I should find a trailer for you guys. Called The Pig. Let me put it up here. Hold on. Pig. Pig trailer. Oh, it's gonna be so fucking good. Hold on. Here we go. Go watch The Pig. Here we go. No, I got it right here. Rachel, here we go. Pig. Go watch it. Such a great trailer. Is he a loner? What happened to him? What happened to his past? And why people don't like him, and why he doesn't fit anymore in a society, and why he ended up buying a pig and moving into the cabin, living in the woods somewhere out there. But you see, no one's going to know about that movie because everybody wants to see the trailer for Black Widow, Natasha. Как тебя зовут? Black Widow. Natasha Romanova? Как сделала? At least she should put it. You know what, man? I gotta be honest. As much as I like her, what's her name? But she should at least put an effort to have a Russian accent. I mean, why so? I mean, you're an actress. Why is it difficult for you to at least have that Russian accent? My name is Natasha Romanova. I think it would be more accurate. I think even Stan Lee would have appreciated. Okay, I'm telling you, I would be the best critic. I would be the best critic, man. They need to hire me. I would tear these. I would ruin these movies so badly. I would tear them apart so badly. But right, don't you guys think, right? Black Widow, she's Russian. So don't you think she should have a Russian accent? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She sounds like she's from New York or Virginia or Carolina or something like that. There's barely any Russian indication that she's Russian. You know who I'm talking about. The Black Widow, right? Anyway, it's just me. But hey, it's okay. It's Marvel. It's a Marvel universe. Don't worry about it. It's all good. We don't care about that. Remember, it's Marvel. We can do whatever. Just like the Fast and the Furious. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love that movie because it looks so great on the trailer. And Nicolas Cage, he has that persona, and he can play all kinds of characters. He can play broken down, beat down characters, and he's still relevant. Nicolas Cage is still great. But because of Hollywood, and he doesn't belong to the, the big club, the club, this club, You know what I'm talking about. That club, this club. Because he doesn't belong to that club, and he's not worshiping, the Lucifer. So, yeah, sorry. We're not going to promote you. We're not going to put you in any big movies. And I'm so glad that he's not part of Hollywood. It's so good for you, Nick. Good for you, Nicolas Cage. Hooray, man. Hooray for you, bro. Independent cinema brings better movies than the Hollywood garbage trash that we see. The Hollywood all pretending, living in this La La Land world. Everybody holding hands, singing Kumbaya. Kumbaya, kumbaya, ha 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 ha. Yeah, get the fuck out of my face. That's not how it works in real life. No. We're not holding hands singing fucking kumbaya. I don't know whom you're appealing to. You're appealing to, I don't know, Burbank, California, and all the celebrities who belong to the club of Hollywood. That's whom you're appealing to. You're not appealing to the rest of the world. You're not appealing to everyday Joe, everyday Mary. You're not appealing to us with that garbage that you're making. Did I just rip Hollywood into pieces? I think I just did. But I think Hollywood already screwed themselves up. Did you see the Oscars? Did anybody watch Oscars? Nobody fucking watched that shit. Nobody cared. Hollywood is done. No one gives a shit about Hollywood. No one cares. No one gives a damn. No one gives a damn about Hollywood anymore. And I'm so glad. Yeah. Because people are like, this is bullshit. What kind of movies are these? For whom? Are they making these movies for some extraterrestrials? Or for some groups of people living on some isolated island? For whom are they making these movies? They're not making it for me and you. They're not making it for everyday Joe, everyday Mary, everyday Trevon, everyday Lopez, everyday Gonzalez, everyday Lee, everyday Kurosawa. They're making it for special groups that belong to a special. And this is the real. What was that? What was the commercial? These are the influences, the real parents' influences. Right? Some celebrity, some supermodel, It's going to be an influence. Your daddy's not going to look that perfect. Your mama's not going to look that fucking perfect. Fight Club kind of explored that. Chuck, who wrote that script, who wrote the book, Chuck, who wrote that book, he really opened the eyes. Well, I was in the only thing I saw in the Fight Club was that Edward Norton's character has schizophrenia. He's got imaginary friend called Tyler Durden. That's the voice in his head, Tyler Durden. And Tyler Durden's telling him, hey, bro, get the fuck out of here. You don't need all this shit. You need to travel. You need to do this. You need to start some kind of like movement, blah, 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 blah. So that's what I thought when I was watching Fight Club. But now, after reading the Fight Club book, you guys have to read the Fight Club book. You're going to be 100% and then some woke. You're going to just like, oh my God. Fight Club. You guys have to read the Fight Club book. Get it from Amazon. Get it from, Barnes and Nobles or whatever. Hey, how about, look at South Africa, man. Look how beautiful this is. Look at, southern part of African continent. Cape Town and Elizabethtown. Look how beautiful this is, guys. I bet you a lot of you probably wouldn't even know this is Africa. Because some people out there, they think that Africa, it's a country. Oh my God. Yeah, there's dummies out there. They do exist, unfortunately. They do exist, Rachel. They do exist. These dummies do exist. They think that Africa is a country. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. These dummies, they do exist, and they're simps, and they're the ones who vote, and they're the ones who actually do as they're being told, and they think that Africa, it's a country. It's fucking unbelievable. It would never cross their mind of possibility that Africa is a continent. It never crossed their fucking mind that Africa is a continent, a fucking large continent, where you got many different other countries on that continent. That would have never crossed their mind, Never. Never, 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 never. That Morocco and Sahara would be in Africa. Are you sure? Isn't that a Middle East? No. You momo, you twat, you idiot. It's not. Look at the map. Rachel, it's let me tell you, it is so bad. Would make people smarter because they have access. They can access the information and they can learn about whatever they want to learn. You would think that they would do that. No, they go to Pornhub. They go to all these stupid webcams or whatever. Yeah, they do this. They don't even bother. They don't even bother to learn. Hey, maybe how many provinces do they have? Stuff like that. How many republics do they have within a country? You'd think that they would do that. No. No. I mean, you have idiots who think Cambodia. You have idiots who think Cambodia, Delta Force 2 movie with Chuck Norris, and they think, oh, that's in South America, man. No, it's not South America. It's not Amazon. It's not Brazil. It's not Colombia. It's not Venezuela. It's not Argentina. It's in Southeast Asia. Next, what's right there? Vietnam, Cambodia. They don't even know where the Vietnam is. And then they don't even know where the Philippines are. They would think that they would know where the Pacific Islands are. It's bad. Listen, Rachel, it's bad. God help us all. Something help us. Universe help us all. It's pretty bad. Anyway, so we're in southern part of African continent, Cape Cod. We're going to Elizabethtown. We're gonna fix this up a little bit, bring some rain. There we go. That's better. It's like George Carlin says, just take a notepad, a paper notepad, and a pencil or a pen, and just go outside and start traveling. And how long before you bump into a stupid person? How long? How many minutes? How many seconds before you bump into a stupid person? Or idiotic person? Or person who doesn't know shit about anything? Which word? I'll let you say it. Listen, Rachel, you're going to become Rachel. I like how you threw at her. Harvey Dent. Hold on. Rachel, here we go. Rachel. We're going to make you a moderator. Rachel. You are going to be a moderator. You complete me, Rachel. You're becoming a moderator. You have the wrench. So that way you can put any word you want. Nah, the only reason I'm giving you that is if somebody gives you a hard time and I'm live streaming and I'm busy live streaming, I'm doing something. Like a little blanket of feel good. So you don't have to worry about, somebody saying something to you. You can just block them and get it, Yeah. I think it's better inside. Look at this view inside. This is unbelievable. Oh, anytime. Well deserved. You deserve it, Rachel. 100%. Stupid is and stupid does. My mom always said, life is a box of chocolate. Stupid is and stupid does. I met Baba Shrimp on the boat. Me and the Baba Shrimp, we used to cook a lot of shrimp. And I asked Baba Shrimp, why you love the shrimp so much? And the Baba Shrimp says, because that's all he knew. Because his father was a Baba, his mama was a Baba, and they all worked in the Baba Shrimp boat. Oh man, let me tell you, Forrest Gump. I actually saw Forrest Gump when I was flying from Amsterdam to New York with a KLM. There were two movies playing, Forrest Gump and Clear and Present Danger. So I was watching as I was traveling from Amsterdam, Holland, Amsterdam, to JFK with a KLM Dutch airliners, the blue and white KLM. Those are the two movies they were playing. So I saw the Forrest Gump. I was watching Forrest Gump, and that movie always stuck into my mind while I was watching it. You from Korea? Cheers, man. South Korea. Seoul, South Korea. Korea is beautiful too, man. And speaking of Korea, I cannot say enough of good things about the LG. LG's definitely is the best brand out there when it comes to television. The LG OLED, it's a full package deal. That C10 that was gifted to me from LG is truly a remarkable TV. Just the OLED, the LG OLED, it's such a brand that cares. Even the remote control is done perfectly with that, motion sensor and everything. The features that are built inside that TV are just state of the art, man. Worth every penny. Yeah, man, I hope you're having a good day. Me, I was drinking a what you call it, a On It Alpha Brain coffee that I still have left from Joe Rogan. So every time I drink that thing, I'm a different person. Like I think you guys can see it. It's like it changes me. My dopamines and everything just starts firing. My brain cell starts firing at all 12 cylinders. Takes that. He drinks that. But that's his company. He owns it. On It. He owns On It. He bought it. Yeah, guys, maybe a few clouds. Maybe scattered clouds like that. Yeah, that's better. There we go. I think that's better. There we go. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's already 8 o'clock. Can you believe it? Already 8 o'clock. Or maybe he's not Korean. Maybe he just is using Korean, alphabets. There's that too. Hopefully he's not like prepared. I don't trust anybody, Rachel. I definitely am not on the internet. I don't trust nobody. With me, you got to go through a boot camp to earn my trust. That's how it works with me. I think he left. He's trying to go probably open another fake account, He came back. Let's see what he's going to come back with. This time he's Russian. На здравие, как тебя зовут? Мое имя. Меня зовут Дурак Durakovic. The big Durak. Possibly. There's a lot of spammers who are subscribed to me. I already know. YouTube told me about it. There's a lot of spammers with fake accounts. I told YouTube, hey, look, they're helping me. These people they don't give a shit about my channel. They're just there to screw around. I don't want the spammers. I don't want the, that kind of crap. But I already know like, what's up? Not that I give a shit, honestly, but all this information is given to me for free by YouTube. So they don't know that I already know. And I think it bothers them that I'm always ahead of the curve, you know. They're not on my level, Rachel. They're never going to be on my level, you know. They're so easy for me. It's like easy. And it's like drinking water. It's like drinking water. So easy to read, so easy to pinpoint. I mean, I read them like an open book. Like, pfft, it's so easy. Yeah, you should follow me on the Twitter, Rachel. On the Twitter, you can send me the photo of your PC. You can direct message me. You should definitely here. Let me give you my Twitter, so I can look at your PC and all that. I'm gonna give you my Twitter. Oh, you don't have a Twitter? Or Instagram or something. I don't know. If you got an Instagram, you can do it through there. Which is the same thing. Facebook and Instagram, it's pretty much the same thing. That was hilarious. The way you pulled that trigger, Rachel. LMO. I was laughing my LMO. I was laughing my beautiful ass. Just a little glimpse of that comment. So you could try, and I don't know if you have a Facebook, or I don't know. We have to figure this out. We have to figure this out. Or maybe it's time you open a Twitter, Rachel. It's free. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. You can make it private. Your Twitter can be private. What does that mean? That means that only people whom you allow to be your friends can access and see your Twitter activity. You can make it private, like I did. Yeah. And then you can direct message me. You can show me the photo of your PC, so that way we can communicate, and maybe I can help you with a GPU. Maybe I can send you one of my GPUs and ship it to you or something. You know. But I think Twitter's a good way to do it, because direct message, it's private. No one's going to see those messages except me and you. I think you should. Yeah. And that's the beauty, you know, is your Twitter, it's private, you know. No one's going to be able to see what you like, what you don't like. No one's going to be able to see who your friends are. Only the ones that you accept. So you can make it totally private. Twitter. I just think you should do it. I mean, everyone's on it. Like, my brother's on it all the time. He's on the Twitter like nonstop. I don't, but he's, you know, trying to push entrepreneur business or something like that. I don't know. So he's doing it for business purposes. No, it's okay. Take your time. I got it. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at this. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. I got maybe an hour left. I really can't wait for you guys to start playing this on the Xbox. Even I cannot wait for the next month. Seriously. I can't wait for July 24th. And can't wait to get that honeycomb controller. Not the honeycomb, the velocity. By the way, this is SR-22 Cirrus aircraft. SR-22, it's excellent, man. I don't think you need anything other than this to fly it. This southern part of African continent, at the bottom of the African continent, Cape Cod, it's just beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Beautiful. It's paradise. It's paradise. In this game. There's a reason for it. They don't want people to do something crazy as, you know, flying the planes into a building, stuff like that. There's a pretty good reason why there's no damage. For that reason. Which is totally understandable. I totally understand that. Because, you know, it's internet, man. People are crazy. And they're going to do crazy things on internet. Why? Because they can. So Microsoft, it's not going to let that happen, you know. It would be a major lawsuit. So you got to remember, these companies have to be smart, you know. They have to think about everything. They have to think about, hey, what the players are going to do. Sure, there's good players, but there's also assholes. There's also scumbags out there. They're trying to do something stupid. There's always Flight Simulator. It's really a love letter to aviation. You know, it's really meant for individuals who enjoy flying. And the whole point of flying, it's therapeutic experience. It's to enjoy the nature, to enjoy the journey. You know, that's what it's about. You know, that's the whole point of a flight simulator. It's a therapeutic experience. and it's always meant to be a therapeutic experience. And that's why a lot of people like it, in my opinion. Look at you wouldn't even know that this is southern part of the bottom of the Africa continent, Cape Cod. Look how beautiful this is, bro. How beautiful it is. If I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't have any idea. It's just beautiful. And the fact that you can visit the entire planet, man. The entire world, the entire planet you can visit. It's also mind blowing. Amazing. No, I didn't. Was that something recent? But what was disturbing is that pileup accident that happened on Alabama on that highway with the two, I think, semi trucks that ignite the fire, and all the cars blew up and burned. The disturbing part was, I think, 9 kids that were on these vehicles. They're all dead. When I saw that yesterday on the news, I was like, oh my God, man. Damn. You just can't hear a good news these days, right? It's all bad. Welcome back, Rachel. I don't know how these guys do that job. Fire rescue. I couldn't do it, man. I would have quit, man. I can't. Psychologically, I couldn't pull myself to witness that, you know. You're welcome, Rachel. Anyway, we were talking about the plane physics in this game and why the airplanes don't have any damage and why they don't crash. And like I was telling this guy, John, the main reason for that is because the Microsoft doesn't want people to be flying the airplanes into the buildings, because of 9/11 and all that. So obviously, no damage, no explosion, no nothing. And then he mentioned some plane crash that happened in Colorado. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard about it, but he says very disturbing. But I did saw on the news yesterday in Alabama, one of the highways of Alabama, there was a big pileup of cars, and I think 2 semi trucks, 18-wheelers or something, ignite the fire, and they all caught fire and they blew up. I think of all those victims that were there, 9 of them were children dead. The most horrific death, which is burning, burning alive. None of this makes any sense, guys. Crash from the 80s. I've seen some crashes, I've seen some compilations of plane crashes on the YouTube. But you don't see much. You just see, camera, it's, spinning all over the place. You don't see much, really. Oh, cool. Let me check the photo of your PC. Nice. Oh, you got Mario. You got Mario there. Cool. Oh, yeah, that looks like a Darth Vader PC. Looks pretty badass. I love it. Rachel. That looks like a stealth Darth Vader PC. That looks awesome, by the way. That looks awesome. I like it. I really do. All the Jedi must die. No, it's great. I love that case. Mine is like, I'll show you the photo of mine. Mine is like, how do I put this? It looks like a glass window, open glass window, and a bunch of lights coming out of it. It looks like a nightclub in there or some shit. It looks like a nightclub in there. I'll look into it tonight, I'll check it out. I'm not really into that kind of stuff, John. I know some people have a fetish for that. Looking at the, people getting shot, getting hit, or, it's just, it's not my thing because I already lived through that stuff during the war in Bosnia. I already, lived and seen people blown into pieces, people missing heads, limbs, legs, arms, their stomachs all open up. I've seen all of that. I've been there as a young child, growing up, 7, 8 years old. I've seen all that. I know what the bullet of Kalashnikov can do to a body. I know what the .50 caliber can do to a body. Split it into pieces. So I really, when I came here to United States, and when I was staying in Europe, when I was traveling, I really wanted to just like erase all those images from my head. And sometimes they once in a while they show up, they pop in and out like at night, you know. It's something that's hard to erase because once you experience something, it's hard to erase that experience, you know. So I don't know why you're watching that stuff. You see, I didn't have a choice, John. I didn't have a choice when I was in that war in Sarajevo. I just have to deal with it. It is what it is. In any which way I could know to deal with it. But you guys on the internet, you have a choice not to look at that graphic stuff. Of course, you're gonna see some crazy stuff. You know, airplanes flying at very fast, X amount of speed, and of course, the impact can do a lot of damage to a body. Can rip arms apart. Can take the head off, break the neck, and take the head off, and all sorts of things you will see, blood squirting and everything, because that's the impact that it's going to have with all that metal inside the airplane when you're flying at the very high speed of rate of speed. I'm sorry, high rate of speed, and unfortunately, fire rescue, they have to go through that. They sign. Someone's got to do it. Someone has to see that. People working at the morgue, they have to see that. They have to put the bodies back together. Someone has to do it. But if you have a choice not to see that stuff, don't do it. You won't be able to eat. You're gonna lose appetite. You're gonna have panic attacks. Your heart rate is gonna go. Your throat's gonna clogged up. You're gonna have a hard time breathing. You don't want to do that to yourself, dude. It's not a pleasant thing to see, and you shouldn't see it. And I know that this shit exists on the internet. There was a guy whom I blocked because he wanted to talk about something that has happened, graphic. There's this video of this guy killing his neighbors with a rifle, and it's very graphic, and he wanted to talk about that video, and I blocked the guy because, I didn't want my subscribers to see that kind of shit, because I know what it does to a mind, okay, when you see something like that, I know that this stuff exists, beheadings and all this other crap. I know it's there, but I don't go there. I don't watch that, Just like I didn't want to see that whole thing that happened in Winnipeg on that Greyhound bus. I didn't want to see that. The photos of that poor kid being beheaded, his heart cut out, eyes cut out and all that. I didn't want to see that. There's agencies who have to see that. There's law enforcement who have to see that. But I didn't want to see that. You probably know about this case, Rachel. There was this guy, Asian guy, happened to be Asian, immigrated from China, who was schizophrenic. This was in 2008, who killed this kid that was sitting right next to him with a big Rambo knife, a hunting knife. He stabbed and keep stabbing in front of everybody on that bus, and cut his head off, took his eyes out, started eating him. Yeah, you heard about that? Yeah. Now imagine those people who were there on that bus, or that eyewitness, the one guy who saw it right next to him, who was sitting on the opposite side, no, who was sitting behind where this guy was committing that attack. Imagine that guy's life. It's never going to be the same. What he has experienced, what he has witnessed, that's traumatic. That's a trauma for life. That kind of trauma, no psychiatrist, no drugs going to help you. And sadly, in Canada, I don't know what's up with the Canadian law, honestly, Rachel. This guy was released after 10 years or whatever, 15 years, was released because the psychiatric evaluation has determined that he will never do that again. That he doesn't mean that he's not a menace to society, that he's not a threat to society, and they let him free under the supervision of, obviously, the law enforcement and psychiatrist. Obviously, he changed his name. I think his last name was Lee. He changed it to something else. I think he moved out of the Winnipeg in, I don't know where, somewhere near Edmonton. Actually, it's even more scarier. But it's undisclosed. They're not letting people know where he is because, for a variety of different reasons, revenge, somebody killing him or whatnot. But why is he... look, I'm not saying, death sentence. I understand people don't like death sentence. They don't like, seeing that stuff either. But like life in prison, what I'm trying to say, that guy should be life in prison. But him coming out, what's going to stop him from doing it again? Let's say he's not on his medication, right? Let's say this schizophrenia, it's a tricky thing. What makes you think he's not going to do that again? And I don't understand that whole law in Canada and how does that work? That's a bit strange, Someone long time ago sent me a link to a video of a guy that jumped off a ledge, and he tried to enter a pool of water, but his face ended up hitting the curb of the water, and his face split open. So his brain was just popping out. His eyes, brain, everything, whoosh, splat. It was wide open. It was disgusting. What's the thing, Rachel? I'm pretty sure I'm from Bosnia originally, Sarajevo. So I was during the war. When I was a young kid, I was there during the war. Whenever there would be a massacre, like a Serbian forces would use one of these 155 millimeter mortars, and they would position that to hit the market where people wait for a loaf of bread or to get some food, water. There was a line of people waiting there to get the food and water, and these Bosnian Serbian forces would use these 155 millimeter mortars, because there would be a snitch. We would have snitches who would work with the Serbian forces on the opposite line. Obviously, we arrested them, but they would give the coordination to the Serbian forces where the line is, where people wait for bread and water, because the city Sarajevo was under siege, 1992 all the way through 1995, till Bill Clinton finally authorized the airstrikes with NATO, sent the troops and all that. Then it was over. But during that war, one thing that really stuck with me, Rachel, one of the things that really stuck with me, it wasn't so much me seeing people without heads and legs and seeing the blood and all that. It was the smell of seeing mutilated bodies, burnt, mutilated bodies, shredded into pieces due to the detonation of the explosion of that mortar hitting on that asphalt where they were waiting in line. The smell of dead bodies, it's something that, yeah, Rachel, that's something like that. Look, I don't know how. Listen, I shouldn't be here. Let me tell you, I shouldn't be here talking to you guys. I shouldn't be here talking to you. I can't explain how is it possible that I survived that war from 1992 all the way through 1995. 92, 93, 94, 4 years. How did I not even a scratch? Is it a universe? Is it a God? This is the question. Some people say to me, it's a God. God wanted you to be alive. God wants you to stay this course for whatever the reason. And then again, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Everyone has a right to believe in here what they want to believe. But I've seen so much bloodshed, so much innocence, where I have a dispute with a lot of these things. If the God does exist, well, me and God, we have a lot of catching up to do. I have a lot of questions for him. I really do. I have a lot of questions for him. There's a lot of stuff here that I have witnessed in my 42, 43 years. Just doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. Doesn't make any sense. And maybe I'm not supposed to have any answers. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Rachel. I don't tell you guys. I shouldn't be here, but I'm here. For what reason? What purpose? I don't know. This YouTube? I don't know. I'm not much of an influence of anything. I don't influence anything. It's not like I have a 10 million, 20 million followers or anything like that. I really don't know. I'm in a predicament myself, Rachel, because I can't really tell you what is my path, what am I supposed to do, with that pig, I don't know. Again, you see, we can have this philosophy and talk about this every day. Go into circles. Go into circles every day. But we're always going to go into circles because none of it will make any sense. And that's what I was trying to point out earlier on the live stream. None of this makes any sense. I met a lot of philosophers. I spoke to a lot of philosophers. Even when I was in the Plattsburgh SUNY University, I met a lot of people, spoke to a lot of people, and I heard all kinds of different theories and philosophies from both religious point of view and science point of view. But none of it makes any sense. You still come in full circle, keep circling, keep repeating the same circle, and nothing gives you any satisfactory answer. Like nothing will satisfy you. It's like, oh, all right, I got this maybe one satisfactory answer. Nope. There won't be any answers to your questions that will be satisfactory. It's always going to be, well, this makes no sense. This is odd. This is really odd. Yeah. What time is it? 8:25. All right, I still got some time left. I need to find an airport or something here. Oh, let me look at the photo of that. Hold on. Nice. The Republic of Gamers. I love it. Oh, that's a nice motherboard you have. Republic of Gamers. Love it. I can see the PCI Express. There's that PCI Express slot for a GPU. That's a pretty good motherboard you have. That Republic of Gamers, it's pretty good. And your CPU, Central Processing Unit, Ryzen 3900 XT, with that 16 gigabyte of 3300 megahertz DDR4 16 gigabyte memory bus speed. that CPU and that memory speed, it's truly gonna help with games like this. So the only thing you need right now, it's a GPU. Honestly, Rachel, that's all you need is like a good GPU, and you're gonna be playing this like this in 1440p high settings. You will be able to do exactly what I'm doing here with that PC. But that motherboard, it's pretty darn good, by the way. And remember, you made a huge leap. You step up from what you had originally, right? The Asus, that Asus computer, mini PC Asus computer, onto something like this. You made a huge leap, Rachel. You should be proud of yourself. That's a pretty good leap you made. And your processor kicks my computers, all of my PCs, all three of my PCs. That processor just kicks butt, owns all three of my PCs pretty much. That's a super powerful CPU you got with that memory. Once you put that GPU in there, a good GPU, oh, you're gonna be rocking and rolling this game, Battlefield 2042. You're gonna be playing everything and anything on it with that beautiful Asus monitor, 240 hertz, 1 millisecond response time, that beautiful TN panel that has that nice little warmth to it. It's not too cold blue, so it's easy in the eyes. You're gonna be rocking and rolling big time. I'm telling you. The only thing that's missing is that GPU. 12 cores and 24 threads. You see that, John? A beast of a CPU. 12 cores and 24 threads. Not to mention the megahertz. Multiply by all of that. Like I said, I really can't wait for you to get 5700 XT. We'll figure something out. Like I said, you should open that Twitter so I can direct message you. We'll work something out. Maybe I can send you a GPU. I have some of the GPUs here. I can send you one. 4.7 gigahertz. Oh my goodness. That's insane. 4.7 gigahertz with a 12 cores and 24 threads. You're going to be running this in 1440p like no one's business. It's just going to be insane. Yeah, John, this game is beautiful. By the way, I love that Jean-Luc Picard, that profile you have, John. I recently saw Picard on Paramount Plus. I was watching the TV show. Patrick Stewart. What a great actor, man. Patrick Stewart. What a great actor. Patrick Stewart. I saw that TV show. Was really good. Picard. It's good. Can't wait for the second season. No, your computer's going to be fine. As long as you select 1440p with medium settings, you should be fine. Or you can do 1080p on that monitor. I would go 1080p with medium, with high settings. I think you can do 1080p high settings, and but you're gonna need, obviously, 57 or even Radeon 470 could do it, or Radeon 480 could get the job done. I think Radeon 480, Have you ever thought about giving it a try, Rachel? Uh, I know. I know. Well, he always wanted. Him and Data, they had a really good bond together throughout the series on Star Trek Generations. Uh, can't wait for the second season. I mean, SSD definitely gonna help, Rachel. Having a solid state drive, it's really gonna help load the game, like especially a big game like this. If you're using a mechanical drive, it's gonna take a bit longer to load this game because of that needle and mechanical drive. But they got some pretty good mechanical drives with a high RPM. Um, they're out there. You just have to find a really good mechanical hard drive. But I would suggest getting a solid state drive, SSD. You definitely want to have an SSD on one partition, which is C, and then on the D, you want to have your mechanical drive. So that way, the SSD can do all the background stuff, because while you're playing a software on your window, while you're playing a video game like this, in the background, your Windows is always working. Your Windows is always functioning. It's always calculating, working the apps that you have. So that solid drive, SSD drive, on your C partition, it's definitely gonna help out with the performance, so that way you don't have a bottleneck. Windows 8, oh, you definitely need to upgrade to Windows 10, Rachel. You gotta upgrade to Windows 10. That's something you gotta do. That's great. You need to do it. You're gonna have to upgrade to that Windows 10, and I just want to let you know, Rachel, there will be tons of updates. Be prepared. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. Be prepared to go through dozens of hours of updates. You're gonna have to dedicate the entire day just for the updates. Because you got so many updates on the frame network, on so many things. Ooh, Lord. You're going to have to dedicate the entire day just for updating that Windows to keep it up to date. Yeah. And you're also going to need to go to your Windows settings and make sure that your Windows, it's always set on automatic updates to work in the background. So when you decide to turn off your computer, the Windows will automatically update your Windows before it shuts down. So you want to make sure that you go through all those updates and make sure that your Windows it's set to automatic update turned on. The PC is so many updates, but the consoles have almost turned the same way. The consoles have become the same way. You turn on the Xbox Series X, update this, update that. You turn on the PlayStation, there's update this, update that. We live in times of updates. And on Windows, it's unforgiving, Rachel. On Windows, the updates are every day, every week, unforgiving. And you're going to need a big hard drive. I'm going to let you right now. On your C partition drive, meaning you have to split, I would go with a 500 gigabyte SSD for your C, and then 2 terabyte Seagate mechanical drive for your video games. But you're gonna need that space at all time. And then don't forget, if you want to use Steam, which I probably assume you will want to use Valve Steam, it's a service for PC games. Valve Steam has tons of updates as well, but Windows, it's truly where you're gonna have updates constantly. That's the thing about the PC, Rachel. It's a love-hate relationship, really. It's what it is. It's a love-hate relationship. It's not perfect, but, you know, we just have to get used to it. This is how it is, and we have to get used to these updates. And wow, look at this. This is beautiful, man. This sunset and everything. It's just beauty. Truly beautiful. You should be. It's a, like I said, what you had originally. Remember, always remind yourself what you had previously and what you have now. You made a huge leap forward. You made a huge leap for your computer to what you had previously and to what you have now. Well, see, that was my thing earlier on this live stream, Rachel. That's why I was so angry, because people are going to watch this probably later on. They're going to watch it at their own choosing of the time. But when people watch this earlier in the beginning, they're going to realize why I was so upset, because I can't fathom the fact that we live in a time where something that cost $400, it's now $2,000. That just doesn't sit well with me, and I can't believe that we're accepting this as normal. This shouldn't be accepted as normal. That's not normal. That something that cost $400, it's $2,000. It's not even worth even $350 at best. What I would pay for that card. Come on, you know. And this is happening with everything. Whether you want to buy a controller, right? Let's say you want to buy a controller, flight stick controller, and let's say the Yoke flight stick controller, it's $200, right? And that's what you're paying for that controller, $200. These scalpers will. The velocity controller that I was talking about from Turtle Beach, that's $350. I guarantee you it's going to be all sold out, and scalpers are going to sell it on StockX and other places, on Newegg, eBay, etc., etc. They're going to sell it for $700, $900, $1,000, $1,200. And and this is where, this is where I'm like, I can't believe that people actually are accepting this as normal. I mean, the money doesn't grow in the trees, the last time I checked. Even though it's made out of tree, but it's not printed as money on the tree. Okay? I get it. Don't get twisted. I know. Tree equals paper. I got it. But it's not printing the money from the tree. All right? It's printing leaves, green leaves, but not money. I don't see any $100 bills being printed on trees. So, people can't afford to pay this kind of amount of money just to build a PC, man. Just to build a PC. But there's another option, there's a laptop. Some people say, why don't you just get a laptop? I don't know. I think, honestly, Rachel, when I think about it right now, gaming laptops seems like a feasible opportunity to purchase one. Because when you think about it, no, I mean, really, when you think about it, the amount of money you're going to spend to build a PC versus a gaming laptop, you got to say to yourself, why should I even bother building a PC? If I can have a gaming laptop and I can play this game, I can play other games, I can take it with me everywhere I go, put it on my bed, and take it with me here and there, play those games, right? Then you start asking questions. You're like, you know what? Maybe building a desktop, it's not such a... Well, maybe you shouldn't build a desktop. Maybe you shouldn't build a PC. When you consider the money you're going to spend building that PC, you could have a kick-ass gaming laptop for $1,300, for $1,400, for $1,500. You can have Alienware. You can have like a kick-ass MSI gaming laptop. And then you start thinking, gee whiz, maybe I shouldn't build a PC. Rachel, when I built my PCs, and everybody who's watching this, 12 people, minus the, spammers and haters. When I built my PCs in 2017, it was affordable, Rachel. To me, it was affordable. John, it was affordable. It wasn't super expensive like it is today. So I was lucky enough that I built these PCs in 2017, prior to this pandemic and this whole shenanigans of scalpers. It was affordable back then. I could do it. I built 3 PCs. But it was affordable back then to do it. Now, I think you're better off with a laptop. Oh, you had a small laptop with a 10-inch screen? I bought it because it was cute. Well, it's okay, Sometimes it's you go with what your heart desire, You can use it for browsing, for, going to certain websites, watching movies, etc., Skyping with somebody or vice versa. There's other things you can do with a personal computer, with a laptop, Yeah, you can play old games on it. There's a lot of things you can do with a laptop, There's tons of things you can do. You can play Tetris, chess. I love playing chess. I'm just giving some, ideas out there. You can play chess. You can do other things, yeah. So I think, look, I'm glad that you have your PC. It's a badass PC, and all you need is a GPU, and I'm sure we'll find you a GPU. Don't worry, we'll figure something out. I'll talk to you on the Twitter. We'll figure something out. Don't worry. You'll have a GPU. Trust me, we'll figure something out. But to everybody else, I got to tell you, building a PC right now, I would say, if money's not an issue, you making, I don't know, 20 grand a week or something, you like whatever, then knock yourself out, go at it, have fun. If money is issue, and you're like, hey man, I cannot spend this kind of money to build a PC, then I suggest just get yourself a gaming laptop with a 2070, 2080, 2070 GPU built inside. Man, you rocking and rolling. Get yourself laptop, gaming laptop. It's gonna be better than the amount of money you're gonna spend on building a PC. And well, you won't have to. You won't have to, Rachel. You won't have to do it. We'll figure something out. I'm gonna talk to you on Twitter, and we'll talk about it. I don't want to talk about it here because it's public. People are listening, and they're always watching my every move. It's like I'm on a spotlight under a microscope. So I'll talk to you privately about that. How will this run on the Xbox Series X? Native 4K, 30 frames per second. It's going to look beautiful. It's going to look beautiful. Especially if you got a good TV. If you have a QLED, that new Samsung Neo QLED, or if you got that new Sony Bravia OLED, or the new Vizio H1 OLED, or there's a bunch of OLEDs right now, or LG C10, C1, G1. C1's great. If you can get C1, get yourself a C10. Right now, Prime has a sale on it for $1,400. You can get yourself a C10 for $1,400, 55-inch. Not a bad deal. So, yeah, 30 FPS, it's all you really need, honestly. Nincompoop. I like that name. Nincompoop. I like that name. Sounds like something from Guilty Gear. Nincompoop. Fight. I like that name. Rachel, you own 55-inch 4K TV, but I got it from Walmart. December 2018. I paid $400 for it. I need to send you a TV. I'm just going to send you a TV. I'm going to send you a TV. I'm going to send you a Samsung QLED. Something nice. I got too much stuff, man. I just need to give away all the stuff, man. I got too much stuff here. I'm going to give away everything. I'm going to give everything to Rachel. So here you go. I'm going to send it to you. All of it. Nah, I got to send it to you. I was going to do a giveaway when I reach 50,000, but I haven't reached 50,000 subscribers. But I also find out those are not real subscribers. YouTube told me that there's about 1,200 subscribers who are spammers. They're fake. They're not real, from various different countries. And they told me they're going to remove those 1,200 spammers because they're not active. Some people, I think they subscribed to me and they forgot about the fact that they subscribed. I've been doing it for 8 years. It was never my intent to reach a certain goal or to become YouTube celebrity influence. That was never my goal. I was never aiming for that. When I started doing this, I started doing it as a purely out of a hobby. When my father passed away from cancer, that was a very shitty year for me. I also broke up with my ex-girlfriend Victoria, and it was a lot of shitty things were happening to me in 2015. So in 2015, I decided to, instead of drinking or doing some other stuff, I decided to start a YouTube channel as an experiment. I was just experimenting. I wasn't the guy who was telling, hey, I'm the TV guru guy. I'm not a TV guru guy. I'm not any of these things, nor do I hold any title calling myself a TV guy. I just, wanted to do this as a hobby, Well, thank you, Rachel. We're all masculine here. All of us here. But we do have some, soy soft, powder milk boys, like the one earlier you had to block. Unfortunately, they're here. They do come in across this channel. Now you're asking me, why am I landing? Well, I have to land because it's almost 9 o'clock and I got something I got to do. Let's hope that I can land this properly. Here we go. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. It's like a movie. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect landing. You don't like the guys where they can be more masculine than they are because it doesn't allow me to be feminine. Yeah, some guys, it's the ego thing, Rachel. Some dudes, they're insecure. It's really they're insecure and they got so much ego. Instead of being themselves, constantly they have to be the best at everything and they have to show off and how good they are. They think that's gonna score them some pointers, like, hey, if I look at me, if I act tough, they think that's gonna, but their peanut brain, insecure peanut brain, is gonna think that, if I maybe flex a little bit, if I maybe do this, if maybe I just, start talking like Bane, I was wondering. So anyway, guys, unfortunately, I gotta get going. Everybody's coming in right now when I gotta go. Go figure. But anyway, Rachel, thank you, everybody. But I gotta get going. I really gotta get going. Listen, Rachel, I'll talk to you on what you call it, Twitter. Direct message me, and we'll talk there, and we'll talk about the GPU and all that. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody else who came in. And unfortunately, I gotta get going. Yeah, definitely make a Twitter and hit me up. Let me know, and then we'll talk about the GPU and all that. We'll figure something out. Guys, I gotta get going. Always a pleasure. Take care. Be good, and stay safe. Be good. Thank you, Rachel. You're a sweetheart too. Thank you.